Doon 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 doon. Happy Thanksgiving, my beautiful people. Let's go, yo, man. Doon 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 doon. I've never been this early, dude. I don't even know when the chapter dropped. I honestly don't, man. I don't even know when the chapter dropped. All I know is we got out this morning. Chapter was out, so I was like, all right, let me make the preparations. And the time finally came. The time finally came to read the peak. Let's get right into this, yo. Let me... And we have proper lighting in here, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe this? Proper lighting. In a King Recon video in 2023. This is impossible. That's how you know the chapter is out early. That is how you know the chapter is out early. Goodness gracious, man. Nothing but love to everybody. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, man, to everybody here. Nothing but love to y'all, man. Hope everybody has a wonderful day with their families. The only reason why I'm here, dude, I was originally supposed to work today. Something happened in my job where no one's working today, so I was like, you already know what's happening. We're going to read some greatness. We're going to read some peak. So let me know if the audio's good. And if the audio's good, I'm going to read this membership message right here. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me go ahead and put the poll up for the title. Alright, polls up for the title. Let me know there. And then... Yeah, I think we should be good. I think we should be good. Thank you, Captain D. Usopp. I appreciate you. Jonathan Tamal comes to membership for 7 months. Shout out to the 7 months. Happy Thanksgiving, Coach. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Jonathan, man. Thank you. I recently beat FF7 Remake. Oh, we were talking about this last time for the other recommendations. Recently beat Final Fantasy VII Remake, and words cannot describe how amazing the experience was. I will be there for FF7 Rebirth. We love to see it. We love to see it. I'm so glad that you enjoyed the remake. It is such a special experience. Like, truly one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences, man. So I'm so glad that you experienced it, Jonathan Tamal. And yeah, when Rebirth comes out, my subscribers know when Square Enix drops a big-time game, whether it be a new Final Fantasy or new Kingdom Hearts, y'all won't see me for a little while. When FF7 Rebirth dropped, or a remake dropped, I believe that was chapter 994 had just or no, not 994. It was one of those chapters that year that I took like a week and a half off, and I wasn't here for the chapter that week. I remember, at least I was here very late for the chapter that week. For because of Final Fantasy VII, man, I can't help it. But I'm so glad that you liked it, Jonathan Tamal, man. Seriously, and let me know if you continue on the journey and experience any of the other games for sure. I just finished earlier this week the new installment in the Yakuza series, Like a Dragon Gaiden. Man, dude, absolutely peak fiction, bro. Absolutely peak fiction, man. I can't wait for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, dude. That is right there with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth in terms of games I'm looking forward to experiencing. It was so good. But nothing but love to you, Jonathan Tamal. Thank you. Lonely Mage comes to membership for 9 months. Hello, my king. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Lonely Mage. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's see. Praetorus! Shout out to Praetorus. Comes in with a 5. Says, today I'm thankful for Coach introducing me to Shangri-La Frontier through a tweet. That's crazy that I introduced you to that. And I haven't even watched it yet. I'm a fraud. Dude, literally, I saw Shangri-La. Somebody posted Shangri-La Frontier with a Trails reference. And I was like, I put it on my watch list immediately. But I haven't gotten to it yet. I just finished catching up to Apothecary Diaries from this season. That series is awesome, man. Very, very well written. And Freerin. Freerin, I'm still behind. Like an episode, I think. God almighty, Freerin is peak. Freerin is that gas, man. So now I gotta check out Shangri-La Frontier for sure. But today I'm thankful for Coach introducing me to Shangri-La Frontier through a tweet. I caught up to the manga and it's a new favorite. I didn't even know that it had a manga. I thought it was based off of a light novel or something. That's dope. That's dope, yo. Bray Taurus, the best compliment I could ever receive as a YouTuber is someone checking out something based on a recommendation. So I really do appreciate you for checking that out, and I look forward to experiencing it myself, Bray Taurus. Seriously. Thank you very much, man. Nothing but love to you. And then Judge Mentis comes in with a membership for 5 months and says, Happy Thanksgiving, Coach. And the chapter is awesome, and I hope you feel the same. Can't wait for the chapter, Judge Mentis. I really, really can't wait. But much love to you. Much love, yo. I appreciate you, Judge Mentis. Thank you. We're about to get right into the greatness, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your loved ones as well. Let's get right into the greatness. Somebody in the chat asked Sage asked if I play Kingdom Hearts. Every last one of them. Every last one of them, man. At least once. Those are. I'm a Square Enix fanboy, so most of their franchises, I'm there. I'm there. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to dive into the greatness. My original plan, so I have a time limit, like y'all know, when we do this on holidays. Normally when chapters drop on Christmas or Thanksgiving especially, it's very difficult to get these in. But today in particular, thankfully we woke up really early as a family. So I was with the family all morning, and then whenever I got home, I was like, okay, chapter's out. Let's go ahead and do this reaction before we go and meet up with the rest of the family later. So I'm going to have a good 2 hours to myself here. But I was like, hold on, man. We got to read the greatness. We got to read the greatness. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I have been here for so many milestones and so many chapters building up to a milestone in our beloved community. And I cannot wait to see what Oda is going to have in store for us in the alley-oop to chapter 1100, man. We have been looking forward to this for a very, very long time. Obviously, within the final saga, who knows what that chapter could be. But our biggest insight into that is going to be chapter 1099 of the best-selling manga in history. And I can't wait to see what Oda's cooking. Hopefully we have a great one this week to match the episode, man. Cannot wait to see the final episode of Wano. You know, for a fact, we're going to be live for that this weekend. So, does the episode drop this weekend? I know sometimes during holiday weekends it gets a little iffy. If the episode does drop this week, we'll be in somewhere. But regardless, whenever that episode drops, we'll be going live for it. It's the final episode of Wano. We have to be there for that, no matter what. Especially coming off of that awesome filler episode. But, man, we are going to be here for this greatness. Cannot wait for chapter 1099 of the best-selling manga in history. Looking forward to seeing what Oda has in store in Egghead. Looking forward to seeing what Oda has in store with the Kuma flashback. Now, listen, man. There's a reason why I have not talked about the latest chapter or just this series in general. I refuse to even utter the name One Piece, and it's not. It's not because your boy is falling off or anything. It's on the opposite. I don't want to think about it. That last chapter had me so traumatized, like I talked about in the episode reaction. I didn't record the afterthoughts. I said I'm not going to record it. I'm not going to think about this chapter. I refuse. Yet it was the only thing that was resonating in my mind. I was like, bro, I refuse. So what did I fill my mind with? I filled my mind with video games and Jujutsu Kaisen. Because I was like, I'm not going to think about Kuma. I'm not. Because if I think about Kuma, I'm going to go and turn into more emptiness. And so before I did this today, I was like, do I really want to read another chapter of the Kuma flashback before Thanksgiving? Do I really want to do that to myself? But I was like, you know what? When the home-cooked Spanish meals start cooking, I don't care what I've received earlier on the day. The day's going to be a good day. Ooh, today's going to be a good day when that arroz starts coming in, son. You feel me? And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to read the One Piece chapter. I'm going to read the latest installment in Kuma's flashback, all right? Now, you know, a flashback is something serious when you're afraid to read the next chapter. And that's where we are with this Kuma flashback, man. It is some sad, sad stuff. Some very, very tragic stuff. And I don't even want to imagine what this man has in store for us this week. Because it feels like every chapter just got more and more tragic and more sad. So let's get right into it, man. Chapter 1099. Goodness gracious, bro. Oh, the title. Can I read the title? Let me see. Yes, we're reading the title this week. Perfect. All right, I don't have to... Yo, TCB! I appreciate y'all for being here, man. Thank you for releasing this flashback, dude. Or not the flashback, releasing the chapter. Releasing the chapter which may contain a flashback. You feel me? Releasing the chapter. Hey, man, y'all technically did do this flashback to me. That's all I'm saying. Y'all are the reason why I've been traumatized by this chapter. By chapters 1095 to 1098. And so let's see if 1099 continues that as we set up for chapter 1100, man. But nothing but love to my boys at TCB for working even on Thanksgiving Day, man. Nothing but love to them. Here we go. One Piece chapter 1099, The Pacifist. We're definitely sticking in the Kuma flashback now. Pacifist. Is that Odin on the cover? Yeah, to celebrate the end of Wano in the anime. We have some Tanukis. No Chopper. No Chopper references. But we have some Tanukis with some swords. One of them has a pair of scissors, like he's in Kill la Kill. Shout out to Kill la Kill, man. Great anime. Great anime. Odin with Gaara's gourd here. Cover request by Mati Takeshi. Some Tanuki styling Odin's hair. It's actually really cool. I like this cover page. I like this cover page because the end of Wano is this week. So I feel like it's very fitting. Very, very fitting. Do we have an Oda message? We do have an Oda message. I love adding a bit of hot water to my 0 seconds chicken ramen. Whoa! He's gonna add some hot water? We're adding a new ingredient to the grill? Brother, we're 1,100 chapters into the game. What else can we possibly add to the grill? What else can be added? Luffy is gonna be in the Macy's parade today because of how insanely popular the series is right now. How much Oda is cooking across the board. Reading a Luffy balloon on Thanksgiving, could you believe this? And the brother still wants to add a new piece of the puzzle to the grill. What are we doing, son? I love adding a bit of hot water to my 0 seconds chicken ramen. Though I guess that means it takes a tad longer than 0 seconds. I mean, bro, let him cook. What this, translating this into Recon terminology is let me cook. Let me cook. Don't rush me. Let me cook. And Oda, we let you cook. We let you cook, baby. Listen. Your 2 longest arcs are in my top 10. Alright? I love when Oda takes his time to cook. So I'm good. I'm good, man. You're talking to a Wano enjoyer and a Dressrosa enjoyer. I'm there. Let him cook. Let him cook, man. Double page spread. You've done enough, Kuma. Oh, God, man. Bro, do I want to read this? Do I want to read this chapter, chat? Do I actually want to do this, man? It's Thanksgiving, bro. Do I want to read this chapter? Listen, man. I have Spanish food waiting for me after this. Do I want to cry while eating that Spanish food? I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. You've done enough, Kuma. And he's huffing. He's puffing. We see flames in the distance, man. Look at this panel, dude. This panel looks straight up out of a fairy tale. Wow, this reminds me of some of the sequences that we got in Wano. Whenever Kaido came down with a blast breath and all we saw was these shadowed off figures of the civilians. This looks incredible. So we see a lot of the old houses, they're up in flames. There's no saving anyone else. You'll only add yourself to the casualty list. Get out of there. Please, Kumachi. Oh my god, this Flagnard, man, from the end of last chapter, right? The king. I got the idea for this effective policy from a country in the Far East. I got the idea for this effective policy from a country in the Far East? You've done enough, Kuma. There's no saving anyone else. So we see the country's up in flames. You'll only add yourself to the casualty list. Get out of there. Please, Kumaji. I got the idea for this effective policy from a country in the Far East. They were able to curry favor with the Celestial Dragons by burning away all their trash, leaving a beautiful, spotless city. They were able to curry favor with the Celestial Dragons by burning away all their trash. Burning away all their trash. That's what he's referring to. The individuals on this side of the Sorbet Kingdom. One must have the heart to do the devil's work. That sounds like something that would come directly from the Gorosei. One must have the heart to do the devil's work. That is literally a Gorosei statement. That's the only way to ensure a nation becomes rich and bountiful. Okay, Green Bull. King Bakori. So King Bakori believes the only way for a nation to prosper is by burning away all the elements that are not beautiful. He's like that one BioShock boss. What was his name again? The BioShock boss whose entire purpose was to make things more beautiful. Right? Even at the cost of what would happen to that individual. He just wanted to keep working on them, and they became hideous abominations, but to him, they were beautiful because he was trying to remove everything that made them ugly, quote unquote. And that's what this guy's trying to do on a large scale. The people are still resisting us, sire. You murderers! We didn't ask for this. Stop burning the southern province. So the people are retaliating against King Bakori. They're failing to see the greater good. Kill 4 or 5 of them. Kill 4 or 5 of them? And they immediately take one out. Anyone who disagrees with the king's edict is welcome to step forward now. And you know exactly this is how things actually went down in our history. In our history, someone disagreed with the king, dog. On sight. On sight, man. Who's that? Is that Kuma? Stop, we'll execute you on the spot. And you see Kuma's rage. This is the angriest panel. Dude, this panel goes so hard. This panel contains all of the anger, all of the rage that this man Kuma has contained throughout the course of this flashback. You turn this guy from the most wholesome, the most just loving individual, kindest individual, the bestest boy. You turned him from that into this. Y'all did. People like King Bakori, people like the Celestial Dragons. Life itself did this to Bartholomew Kuma, man. Look at this face and compare this face to the face that we got when Kuma was having the conversation with his father. It's like, man, his flashback is the personification of, brother, life does things to you, man. You may start off smiling and ready to change the world, dog, but God, man, if you go through as much stuff as Kuma did, it's like you can't get help it. But even then, he still holds off hope, as we see in the present time. That's what makes him such an incredible character to me, man. He's such a great character, bro. In the midst, look at the anger on his face, man. Kuma's church. We see all of the people here. Tend to the wounded. Bonnie-chan, stay inside. We can't have you get caught in the light, of course, because of her disease. Is it gonna be okay? I've never seen Daddy so on edge. I don't think anyone's seen Daddy so on edge. Kuma comes in with his hand, the hands of liberation. Don't you dare. There are consequences for those who take up arms against their king. And of course, Kuma immediately thinks, it won't be pretty, you bumpkin of a priest. Ursa's shock? He unleashed an Ursa's shock on the king? It won't be pretty, you bumpkin of a priest. Ursa's shock. This day would go down in history as Sorbet's one... Yo, man! Goa Kingdom, that's what it was. Everything in One Piece is connected back. Because I was trying to think in the back of my mind. Great Terminal, Goa Kingdom. That's what they were talking about. Because I was like, no, wait. Thank you for the clarification. Thank you for the clarification. Because I was like, yeah, it has to be. It has to be. But dude, Sorbet's one-man revolution. My boy was like, listen, I am the Revolutionary Army. I am the Revolutionary Army. I'm a one-man army. We out here, son. You better be prepared if you start doing stuff like this to deal with me. This day would go down in history as Sorbet's one-man revolution. The Holy Land. Oh, God. Oh, God, we're moving over to the Holy Land, bro. Wait a second. Yo, I promise y'all, I promise on every... If we find out who Bonnie's father is, oh, man, the biggest target on that brother's back. Listen, the only individual in the series that I will hate more than St. Charles, unless it's St. Charles himself. Which then, oh my goodness, bro. Kuma comes in, Ursa's shock. Sorbet's one revolution. Holy Land Mighty Jaw. The Holy Land Mighty Jaw. It seems Sorbet has a new king. He's got to be referring to Kuma. So that means that Kuma overthrew the government by himself. He overthrew the rule by himself and then put himself as ruler, which is when he became known as the tyrant, right? That has to be how that took place. He just got tired of their garbage, man. You can't blame him upon seeing this. Look at what they were doing. Kuma's had enough. He has seen this play out long enough, bro. He has seen it play out long enough. Long enough, man. Holy Mighty Jaw, it seems Sorbet has a new king. Is that Foxy's hair? No, you're not falling today. You're not falling today, son. Not when there's a possible Foxy sighting. No, my camera. My camera broke. Are we good? I think we're good. Dude. My camera's fallen too many times. It's extremely uneven right now. Wait a minute. Hold on. What is going on in there, bro? I can't touch it. I can't touch it. I think we still might be here. Dude, that thing is bad, son. Thank God tomorrow's Black Friday. Ain't that right, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, man. It took too many Shanks chapters this year. Oh, Camera Sama's on his last legs, dude. This is bad. Too many Shanks chapters. Too many great chapters. Nah, man, it's looking bad. It's looking bad. Foxy, though, bro. I kept telling y'all, this man Foxy is undoubtedly gonna be someone important. And you see him in the gut. Nah, listen, on a serious note, this man has Foxy's hair. I don't know who this is. It's probably one of the Holy Knights. Which, knowing Oda, Foxy probably is the right-hand man to St. Figurlin Shanks at this point. Or St. Figurlin Garlic. He probably is the right-hand man. But for right now, mysterious character with foxy hair comes in and says, it seems Sorbet has a new king. How odd, Garcia Saturn. And to whom did the crown fall? Yo, what a line. And to whom did the crown fall? The people would not take no for an answer, so Kuma relented. Kuma! Kuma! Oh man, they were chanting for this brother. Kuma! 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 Kuma-sama! If anyone deserved it, it's him, man. Seriously. He became a king who lived in a beaten-down old church. King Kumachi, my hip is killing me. He's still tending to the people, bro. He's still tending to... Look at my boy Kuma, man. Stop teasing me already. I'm nothing but a figurehead. Bulldog-san is the one who's really running the country. Bulldog-san? King Bulldog was our old king. His last reign wasn't half bad. Sure, we were poor, but our hearts were full. Mind you, it would have been nicer if I could say the same thing for my wallet. He ain't lying. It'd be like that sometimes, you know? It'd be like that sometimes. Bonnie looks way older here. How much time has passed? Pant. By the way, who's the babe you've got running laps? She looks just like Guinea. Huh? Guinea? How much time has passed? Oh no, she probably used the fruit, right? She had to have used the fruit. There's no way 10 years have passed, bro. There's no way, dude. Look at how Bonnie looks up here. And look at her right here. She does look like Guinea here. High key, she does look like Guinea here. Gotta up my stamina. Guinea? Why are you all looking at me like that? I want to be able to sail to the horizon with Daddy by the time I turn 10. She used the fruit. Daddy? Kuma's like, who the flying flagnards are you? He's like, who are you, dog? I mean, honestly, it should have been obvious from the moment that they saw her eye, right? You see the disease up here in her eye. But I want to be able to sail to the horizon with Daddy by the time I turn 10. Daddy? That's why I'm trying to build my stamina. What? She looks at herself in the mirror. Yeah! Your body? Wait, did you eat a devil fruit? When? Kumachi, pull yourself together. Yo, Kuma... Yo, just imagine yourself being in Kuma's shoes. He's the pops in this situation. And he's like, my daughter can't swim now. Oh, Lord. I mean, that brother's blood pressure has to be through the roof, man. He has all these citizens he has to take care of. All these flagnards he's trying to overthrow. And now, Bonnie has eaten a fruit, which means she can't swim, which means worst comes to worst. If she goes out into the sea, it's over. It's over. Goodness gracious. I feel for Kuma, man. That man's blood pressure has got to be through the roof, dude. Seriously, man. So Bonnie already ate the fruit. I wonder when. Did you eat the fruit when? Kumachi, pull yourself together. Could this be the age fruit? So obviously, this must be around the same time that Oda, because he does this sometimes, with the SBS as well as when chapters are coming out, and also when it comes to thinking of certain things, right? So I'm pretty sure he wanted to clarify what the fruit was within the manga itself, because remember, the manga is ahead by 2 or 3 chapters from when we normally get them. So I'm pretty sure he must have gotten that question in the SBS, and he was like, let me go ahead and answer this within the manga. Though I might be reaching there, but it's always interesting how that happens within the story. It's like something will come up in an SBS, and then Oda will immediately answer it within the manga. Though immediately, I mean by his standards, right? Because we're getting the chapters later than when he actually does them. Could this be the age fruit? Where did she find it? And then you have one of the individuals here looking through a it looks like a devil fruit encyclopedia. I don't know, try chanting something. Granny time, granny time. Granny time is crazy. Granny time is actually crazy. Hang on, Bonnie, your body can't take this. King Kuma, Bulldog-san requires an audience. The British Bulldog? Whoa! You actually did it. Look at all those wrinkles. Isn't that what's-her-face? Isn't that what Bonnie turned into in chapter 908 during the reverie? Dang, I still can't make myself old. That's not Bonnie? So that must be the real individual that Bonnie turned herself into, that she based her design off of. You actually did it. Look at all those wrinkles. Dang, I still can't make myself old. Who are you, old-timer? You must be Princess Bonnie. I'm Bulldog, your father's advisor. I've come with dire news. The previous king of Sorbet, Bulldog. I see you've already met my mother. That's Bulldog's mother. So yes, this is Connie. This is Connie. The old Queen Dowager Connie. Yes. The old woman that she turned into in the Reverie was someone, of course, that already existed within the actual series, which makes sense now. It makes complete sense looking back on that chapter. Bulldog's mother is crazy. Yo, Connie's got to be pushing like 100, dude. That's crazy. Still kicking. Still kicking. That panel's hilarious. The old Queen Dowager Connie. King Bakori's plotting another comeback? What gives? This article's a total smear job. The evil tyrant. There it goes, man. Kuma's already being titled a tyrant by the rest of the world, which means this was something similar to other things that have taken place within the series. Misinformation. The spreading of misinformation that then becomes truth and officially associated with certain people. But knowing Kuma doesn't care what you call him as long as his people are good. If his people are good, you could spit on him, you could kick him, you could do whatever you want to him. He'll be alright. He'll be alright. This stinks of Bakori's propaganda. It says you burned villages and took the throne by force. How dare he? He's probably laughing about this at some resort overseas. Also, that means that Kuma must have hid him away and sent him on vacation. This proves Bakori still got the backing of the world government. I'm sure he'll make another bid for the throne. I've had reports suggesting his battleships are already on standby. Here we see Kuma. I never want to see Bakori's face again. He'll kill us for sure if he returns. I feel the same. I won't let him to take one step on Sorbet soil. And yo, that's coming from a serious face Kuma. You know that brother means that. If he attacks again, I'll do all I can. Only I'm sure they'll have me hunted down as a criminal now. I won't be able to stay in the country. With that in mind, Bulldog son, can I ask you to reclaim your title as king so things can carry on as they are? Also, would you be willing to take her in? The church won't be safe anymore. Oh, for Bonnie. I understand. We'll make a new home that protects her from all sources of natural light. Even in this moment, Kuma's still caring for his daughter, bro. And here we see Bonnie. Bonnie successfully turns into Connie, of course, leading us into what we would see in the Reverie. I did it! Bonnie, I'll be back as soon as I can, so be a good girl till then. Just look at me, Ma. You're leaving? But I'll be so lonely. Stop. Stop, man. Don't do this, bro. You're leaving, but I'll be so lonely. The marine ships. What we see are a bunch of marine battleships. Poor Bonnie, man. We skip forward. There he is. Be good marines and shoot him, King Bakori. Kuma's out in the middle of the ocean with a fruit on a boat smaller than my room. Oh my god. He's the tyrant who usurped my throne. The very definition of a corrupt dictator. Kill him this instant. I'm Sorbet's rightful ruler. Have you no shame? How dare you show your face here again? Of course, Kuma sunk the entire armada as he should. Because he's him. He's that guy. He was chosen to be the GOAT. Come on, man. After that, Kuma will go to sea and be branded a pirate. His strength fueled his notoriety, which spread like wildfire, earning him a bounty. Bartholomew Kuma, man. Put some respect to my dog's name. Poor Bonnie, man. Flipping mother of flagnards. Daddy, I miss you so much. I'm sorry, Bonnie-chan, but try to understand. Kuma's son saved us all. He's a hero. I don't care. He was my dad first. And that's a normal thing that a child will think, right? I don't give a flying flatnards what my dad is doing out there. I just want him to be with me. I'm supposed to be the important thing in his life. I'm supposed to be the important thing, the top priority. So why isn't he here with me? But of course, that's child's mentality because we understand Kuma's doing all this for Bonnie's safety. But a child can't help but think that a child can't see outside of that point of view, outside of that perspective. Right? Man, dude, I'll finally be cured after I turn 10. Then I'm gonna be a pirate too. Well, let's just wait and see. I could be an adult right now if I wanted. Poor Bonnie, man. Of course, we know that it's not the case. She's not going to be cured after 10. So how does she get cured? Does Vegapunk show up to Sorbet while Kuma's away? Is that Chopper's Island? Is that the Chopper Island? With the birds? What was the name of that island, chat? What was the name of that island, chat? The Chopper Island during the time skip? Have you encountered a disease like that before? Wait! She can't be in the sun, how awful. Hold on, dude! Have you encountered a disease like that before? She can't be in the sun, how awful. Wait, bro, are we going to the time skip islands? Wait. I see Mihawk's castle, let's go, bro. That's why Kuma did it. That's why Kuma knew where to send each and every single last one of them. Because that's where he went himself on his journey. No, dude, that is so cool, bro. Torino Kingdom, thank you. Torino Kingdom, man. Thank you, dude. Yes. So... oh, that is so cool. He even pulled up to the Monkey Kingdom, bro. Or, the Gloomy Island. Mihawk, bro. Found you, Barthol. Is that Abdullah and Jeet? The boys? Found you, Bartholomew and Kuma, right? Oh, yeah, because they were bounty hunters. Found you, Bartholomew and Kuma, right? There's a big prize on your head, Kuma. Pwns them in an instant. Your daughter has another 5 years at best. Frankie? This is where Frankie went. This is Baltimore, right? So is that how he meets Vegapunk? Your daughter has another 5 years at best. Robin. The Robin Island, dude. Yeah, dude, this is so peak. This, I'm not gonna lie, dude. This is actually extremely emotional. Because it puts so many things into perspective. It puts the idea of... did he go to Amazon Lily as well, then? Because that's where he sent Luffy. Baltimore, your daughter's another 5 years at best. Another 5 years, man. It's like, how does she get cured? Or is she even cured? The Robin Bridge. San Juan Wolf. I'm trying to remember the name of the bridge. It'll be a miracle. Weatheria. Dude! Look at my book! No! Hold up, man! Where's my manga volume at, dude? Listen, man, as someone who has gone through those chapters so many times, hold up, bro. Hold up, dude. Where's Usopp at? Where's Usopp at? Bro, y'all gotta understand, man. When this chapter dropped, where is it? Where is it? The message. Right here, bro. Bowen Island's the Grand Line. Usopp Yo, come on, man. Stop playing with my boy, dog. Yo, out of all the individuals who were training our crew, Oh, that's my guy. That's my guy right there. Alright? It'll be a miracle if she reaches her 10th birthday. This man really went to every single one of the islands that the Straw Hats went to when he sent them away, bro. That is incredible, man. It'll be a miracle if she reaches her 10th birthday. Kuma cries. Hey, it's him. Yo, the design of that ship is fire. What is that ship? Kuma-chan, the Revs! Humpty Dumpty! My boy Humpty Dumpty in the flashback, ladies and gentlemen! Oh man, if Humpty Dumpty's in a chapter, it's legendary. It's legendary, man. Let's go. Listen, man. Morally being in this panel was awesome. But Humpty Dumpty, son, come on, bro. Hey, are we gonna get the man bear pig? Hey, it's him. Here we see Dragon. We see Dragon. Eva and Inazuma got caught and sent to prison. And that's the connection to Impel Down, bro. Let's go. And how are you holding up? I heard you've been hearing a lot of hats. I heard you've been wearing a lot of hats recently. King, Tyrant, and Pirate. People change. Oh, please. Like anyone in the Revolutionary Army would take those articles seriously. So wait, man. Dragon, you're telling me you didn't take that article seriously, but you took the Sabo article seriously? What's going on, man? By the way, Kuma, how would you feel if I became the captain of the Eastern Forces? Excuse me, why are you asking me? Dragon-san won't let anyone officially take up Guinea-sama's old post without your blessing. So is that Bello Betty? Wearing the Sabo hat? Hold on. Dragon-san won't let anyone officially take Guinea-sama's old post without your blessing. Another sharp-tongued woman heading up the Eastern Forces? That's a sharp-tongued woman is crazy. Sharp-tongued woman, yo. That's fine by me. All right. So, this is awesome, man. So, Morley Dragon. Is that Bello Betty, chat? That's Bello Betty, right? Thank you, Subra. Thank you, bro. Thank you. But, let's see. Trying to see if I missed anything on this page. No, it's just these characters. It's just these characters. Sabo and Koala wanted to see you too. That warms my heart, man. That warms my heart, dude. It really does. Our young revolutionaries are steadily becoming stronger. I'd love for you to see how far they've come. I want to see how far they've come, bro. As I traveled the world, I often found myself wondering, what would Dragon do here? Honestly, I'd like to return to the revolutionaries too, but that reminds me. I wanted to talk to you about Bonnie. Have you heard of a Navy scientist by the name of Dr. Vegapunk? Here we go. There was an accident the other day and he's going to have to switch labs. It's usually tricky to get a hold of a man like him, but I'm sure security will be pretty lax around him at the moment. Thank you for the lead, Dragon. Can't believe I forgot this was Dragon's ship. Feeling, bro, every chapter I'm reminded how big of a fraud I am as a fan. It's like, man, I can remember chapter numbers and moments like anyone's business, but put a ship, or maybe try to remember somebody's name, and I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud, dude. I'm a fraud. So to be honest, I was close to giving up. I'll try not to be a stranger. If I can cure Bonnie's disease, I'll be ready to fight by your side once more. Go where the winds of fate take you, my friend. Dragon with a raw line to finish the day. Okay, Dragon. All right, Dragon, man. And he puts his fist to his chest like he's like, yo, Sasage, yo, Kuma. Sasage, yo. Attack on Titan, man. Sasage, yo, all right? Go where the winds of fate take you, my friend. Let's go. The winds of fate. Wind. All right, wind, baby. But awesome stuff here, man, with Kuma and Dragon. So now we're gonna get that connection with between Dr. Vegapunk and Kuma here very, very, very soon. Here we see Bonnie. Yeah, and Bonnie knocks out a Flagnard. Who is this? I went easy on her. And this dude's on the floor. Wow, Bonnie, you're amazing. Kuma came home. So Bonnie knocks this dude out. Daddy! Live to eat. That's really, really cute, considering that she is a crazy glutton in the present time. Navy Science Division Lab 08, future location of Egghead. Oh, interesting. Where are we going? I'm taking you for a checkup. This doctor's just going to take a look before you're cured. My boy Vegapunk, man. I feel like I haven't seen this dude in like months. Gadzooks! People really do come in all shapes and sizes, don't they? Funny, looking at you, I was thinking the exact same thing. So Kuma brings Bonnie. Bonnie looks tremendously small. Like, minuscule in comparison to Kuma. Holy cow, what a huge head! Kind of creepy, dude. Vegapunk's head is huge. In this panel, son. Goodness gracious, man. Your physique is extraordinary. Please, you must let me study your muscles. For the sake of scientific progress. For the sake of scientific progress, man. Oh, is she the sixth child you mentioned? She looks like a cheeky scamp. Well, a little pluckiness never hurt anyone. Cheeky scamp is wild. Sapphire scales, eh? You've done well to contain the spread. I can cure her. You can? Sentomaru! And we see Bonnie and Sentomaru here. I'll do it with a method that's never been used in the medical field till now. So here we have Bonnie. To be more precise, I'm going to perform a stem cell transplant. With the amount of money and effort involved in the procedure, it'll be more like making a cyborg. Oh my. Oh my. You're gonna turn her into a cyborg? No. I'm just comparing the cost. Vegapunk looks down. Are you a buccaneer? Yeah. You know I work for the government, right? I trust Dragon. What makes my blood so special anyway? I don't have enough samples to explain it in any detail. You want to clone me? This is... Oh, man. Dude, this chapter is connections galore, bro. Connections galore. This is Connections, the One Piece chapter. That's right, I've been searching for the perfect model for my clone soldier project. If you donate some blood, give me permission to make your clones into soldiers, I'll waive all the medical expenses for Bonnie's procedure. You don't have any money, I assume. Well, it's not like I can pass on an offer like that anyway. But what are you going to do with them? An army where all the soldiers look just like me, are they going to be like the Marines? That's the gist of it. Have you heard of electromagnetic energy? My soldiers will have bodies so sturdy that they deflect bullets. They'll be heroes to protect the weak and helpless. If only I could get them to fire lasers too. Those pirates would be scared speechless, and eventually he does make that happen. In the face of devastating scientific power, evildoers have no choice but to submit. And I wonder if he knows that from, like, actual Void Century knowledge. Because, you know, we all assume the ancient weapons are, like, these insane things, right? Besides Poseidon, obviously. Uranus really feels like it's about to be like a UFO or, like, some flying, futuristic technology capable of mass destruction. Similar to Pluton, right? So it's like, is this something that Vegapunk knows from the course of human history within the One Piece verse? For that in the face of devastating scientific power, evildoers have no choice but to submit? Is that coming from his love for science? Or is that like an actual thing that took place within the verse? Probably both. They'll be warriors of the future. There's no limit to their potential. He said you were open about your ambitions. He was right about you being both eccentric and trustworthy. Dragon said that, did he? He's always been a bit holier than thou. If clones of me end up saving people someday, maybe I can view that as a good reason for why I was born. What a beautiful line, man. And that also explains why Kuma willingly let himself be cloned. It makes so much sense. He thought of it as a way for him to protect even more people and to actually serve as a symbol of protection to people. That's beautiful, and that's so Kuma. That's so Kuma, man. Dragon won't be happy about this arrangement. It's okay, I have nothing but gratitude for you both. Honestly, if it'd cure Bonnie, I would have made a deal with the devil himself. Please just save her. And that also sounds like something very, very dangerous. God, that sounds something dangerous. You're quite the saint. For his daughter, man. For his daughter, bro. He'd do anything. And it just makes me think, is like, then what happens to Bonnie? Because obviously Vegapunk says that he can cure her, but what does that lead to? Mighty Jaw again? The Holy Land of Mighty Jaw, the clone soldiers are meant to be weapons. And weapons' worth is defined by how many people it can kill. Vegapunk is a fool for not making the most of this chance. No matter. I have my own ideas. Yes, sir, your word is our command. Me? Oh, God. So that means Garcia Saturn is going to turn... He's the one who turns the Pacifista into what they become now, right? Flipping flaggers. Me a saint? Don't be silly. I'm just a spineless pacifist. Of course I love keeping the peace. Keeping the peace, eh? I like the sound of that. Why don't we call them the Pacifista? Why didn't I think of that when I saw the title? Why didn't I think of that? Ah, genius, genius, genius. Oda, man. They only wanted peace. And here we get that. That's most certainly Bello Betty now, based on Gracious color page. Oh, man. Dude. Everything is connected. Bro, Oda, he really leaves no stone unturned. Like, now when I go back and I reread Sabaody, when he sends them all to the different locations that he does, it's going to hit entirely different. Entirely different, bro. Man, he really sent them to the places where the Straw Hats went, bro. Are you kidding me? And then after that, we also got confirmation earlier on in the chapter that King Bakori was talking about the Gold Kingdom here. So there's that connection also to the Revolutionary Army as well. And what they did there too. I mean, connections to One Piece chapter, man. And now this is the setup for 1100 to be spooky, because now for sure we know we're going to stay in the flashback. But St. J. Garcia Saturn is going to do something in the next chapter that is probably going to lead whenever we come back into the present time, and we're going to understand why this brother needs to go down. Like, more than I already feel like he does need to go down. Yeah, that's why they're called Pacifista. Kuma, that's the reason why the Pacifist exists in the first place. Man, dude. What's going to happen with Bonnie, though? I'm curious. I'm so curious, man. Another great chapter of the flashback. Another great chapter of the flashback, dude. Oda, man. I think I saw a membership message, but it disappeared. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Pluto comes in membership for 8 months. Says, Happy Thanksgiving, Coach. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Pluto, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. I truly, truly appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who stopped by on this day, man. Seriously. Seriously. Then Sarabdi Wagner comes in membership for 7 months. Says, Kuma won't die as a slave. Kuma won't die a slave as Saturn wants. Nika equals liberation. 100% facts, man. He will die a free man. He will die a free man. And that's going to be one of the greatest chapters in the entire series. For sure, Sarabdi Wagner. Yo, man, I appreciate y'all so much, bro. Let me see. Bro, man. Oda. Dude. Oda, man. See, this flashback contains almost all the things that make One Piece so special, right? The emotional aspect that no other series can get you as emotional, at least me, get me as emotional as this one, right? A lot of other series definitely bring the tears out, but on a consistent level, I feel like One Piece is the one, at least for me, that does it the most, right? And when you combine that with the way that things get connected, like in this chapter, or when lore piece is at the center, like in 1095, or so many different things. Your theory piece, your hype piece with the Rocks Pirates chapter and Roger and Garp and God Valley, and then the tears with the Kuma flashback, and it's just this flashback contains so much of what makes One Piece so special. Similar to the Odin flashback. The Odin flashback had the exact same vibes, except this one is way. I mean, for me, like from a tragic standpoint, it's just every chapter you can't help but want to tear up for the boy Kuma, man. I mean, God, next chapter, no break too. So next week we'll be getting 1100. So if we're getting 1100 next week, we're gonna do our 1100 predictions at some point before that chapter drops. Man, dude. Subra comes to membership for 14 months, says, Devil himself, Saturn. Yes! Yes! Great point, Subra. Yo! Kuma, Superman, that's a great point. Because I was thinking, why would Oda emphasize that as much as he did? Obviously, considering what we saw from Saturn before the flashback started, maybe he makes a deal with Saturn in order to ensure Bonnie's safety, in order to ensure that Bonnie's good. And also the incident of Vegapunk the Dragon told is Punk Hazard. Right. That's another connection. The incident of Vegapunk the Dragon told is Punk Hazard. Right. One thing that will Ivankov meet Crocodile in the prison? No revolutionary connection? Great point. Great point. We don't know when Ivankov and Crocodile have that meeting, right? We don't know that yet. Yo, I'm still stuck on that Saturn thing. You're right, Super. That is so true. Something's about to happen here with Saturn for sure. Recon comes in with a 3. Thank you, Superman. I appreciate you. Recon comes in with a 3 and says, Dragon ship pitch black? Man marked by flames? I don't know, dude. The man marked by flames thing is getting more interesting with the chapter. I was just reminded of that thanks to the recent anime episode. Like, yo, when we leave this arc, we still have to find out who the man marked by flames is. I'm not saying it's Dragon, but he's definitely one of the contenders, right? He's definitely one of the individuals that is at the forefront. But it's like, why would he have a poneglyph? I don't know, man. I don't know, but his ship looks so cool. His ship really does look cool, man. It's one of the coolest looking ships for sure. Yeah, no, the time skip island part was peak Soul Cal, man. Yo, Maki, man, absolutely, yo. You as well, yo. You as well. Yo, Hank, that line was so heat, dude. Go wherever the winds of fate take you, my friend. Like, come on. Come on, man. We're eating phenomenal lazy mofos, bro. Any with a Kuma smile is on you for Thanksgiving. Ashton Samurai Jiro, 100%. Like, we just want Kuma to be happy, bro. We just want him to be happy, man. Luffy's hat got deflated at the Macy's parade. Are y'all serious? There's no way. Is there an image? They deflated my dog's hat, man. Dragon said wind, Zachary. Dragon said wind, yo. I'm telling you, man, when he comes in and we see some wind in Egghead, we're gonna understand. We're gonna understand, yo. Right. That's a great point. Archie RM, we were talking about that a few weeks ago. And the similarities between the two names in Japanese. Yes, Subra, 100%. Subra says Timeskip Island Park goes in the same wavelength as Roger traveling the same path of Luffy in the Odin flashback. It's like, to me, it makes so much sense as to why Kuma sent them to places he's already connected with. Which I'm curious how he became well versed with Amazon Lily. Because the other ones are obvious, even the ones we didn't see in this chapter. Like Ivanka's Island, for example. So it's like, all of those make so much sense now. Why the islands that he's been to, he was like, all right, these are my people. I'm gonna send the Straw Hats to places where I know they'll be good. Emu got the Macy's Day Parade. Did Emu really deflate Luffy's hat, yo? Exactly, Silver Shot. It's like, who are they? What's their connection to the Poneglyphs? He is coming. Dragon is coming. Wind of Fate is taking him there. You have the Wind of Fate takes Dragon to Egghead. We'll be there no matter what. We will be there no matter what, yo. No matter what. Lazy Mofo says, is Bonnie's fruit helping her stay alive? Maybe not for the exact same reasons as Law, but something along those lines. That's a great point, Lazy Mofos. Her fruit may actually be the thing that's allowing her to still be alive. Maybe she was never cured. Though I do think, if what Subra saying, which I love what Subra said about the Saturn thing, if that connects to how Bonnie was healed, dude, that is so interesting. That's so interesting, man. Like, it's like the next chapter, Saturn's going to be up to no good, obviously. And it's going to connect to, when we come back to the present time, to why Bonnie and Saturn have that moment together. Yo, man, end of Egghead is going to be so peak. It's going to be legend. It is going to be something special, dude. That's a good point, yeah. They are both Shichibukai. Super Scorpio 12 comes with a 5. Shout out to Super Scorpio 12 and says, when Kuma and Dragon spoke, do you think that is the all-black ship with the last road poly, man marked by flames? So just like what Recon said, it's interesting because it is the only all-black ship that we know of right now. And you know, man marked by flames, only individual that we know with a tattoo that looks like it's a burn scar. But at the same time, it's like, okay, obviously so far, the individuals that we've been thinking of since that chapter dropped are people like Dragon and Saul and stuff of that nature. So I don't know if Oda's going to take the old character route, which means it could be like maybe a Roger pirate or Dragon or Saul or one of these, or is he going with a brand new character? That's the thing that's so interesting with the Man Marked by Flames thing. But the all black ship thing, really, it's there, it exists, right? That is a thing that for sure we know of. And it just looks so cool. It just looks so cool. But like Hank said, it could be a red herring. Because we know Oda loves his red herrings. Yeah, no, Gem. I can't wait for Kuma's voice actor to cook in this flashback. Brooke says the island where Brooke was sent to wasn't shown. I wonder why. I think it's similar to the reason why maybe Amazon Lily and Ivankov's island wasn't shown either. And I think the reason for that is probably that Kuma's going to visit those at a later point, like RGRM said, potentially when Kuma's already a Shichibukai, right? Having already visited some of these islands. At least that's what I think. Give me a sec. Let me get some water real quick. Oh, really, Recon? Let me see. For Brooks, in the bottom of the panels. Which page? Oh, is it this one right here? Oh yeah, I think you're right. On page what page is 10? Oh. It's the page with Baltimore. Yes, beside Tequila Wolf, thank you. Beside Tequila Wolf. Tequila Wolf was the name of the bridge. I don't know why I'm forgetting so many names, man. I might be, getting older thing, but yeah, Tequila Wolf Bridge right next to it. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yep, you're absolutely right. Excuse me. But Hollow-sama comes in with a 5 and says, what if Oda, being a huge fan of Star Wars, will have Saturn use the famous line on Bonnie, I am your father? Excuse me. Keep up the great work, Coach. Appreciate you, Hollow-sama. Thank you. But if he does use that line, and he takes his Star Wars inspiration there, then the moment we get out the flashback, I'm going to need someone to cook Garcia Saturn and send him down towards the middle of the Death Star. Similar to Darth Vader, you know what I mean. we're gonna need someone to come in there and cook good old Saint Garcia Saturn when we get out of this flashback. Whether it's Kuma, whether it's Luffy, whether it's both, I need Garcia Saturn to get cooked immediately. Immediately. One of the most satisfying moments in the entire series. So we need that. Thank you, Hollow-sama, though. I appreciate you. And Hank says, Tequila Wolf still fascinates me to this day. Same, Same. Kuma's gonna get his get back on Saturn. We believe. Hashtag Kuma getting his get back, baby. We believe. I'm telling you, if he really is building all that pain to send it back to Kuma, or to send it back to Garcia Saturn, it is gonna be one of the greatest moments in the entire series. Or if he takes all the pain out of Luffy and transitions that to Garcia Saturn, whatever he does, is, man, that's going to be one of the best moments in the series, bro. And I can't wait. Man. The last comment with the chapter is, they only wanted peace. With the smile of Vegapunk and Kuma, is it insane that both has the possibility of death when we return to the present? Yes. both Vegapunk and Kuma have death flags for sure, Subra, for sure, for sure. I think that both definitely have major red flags. Both Kuma and Vegapunk right now. Did Coach talk about the Togashi news? No, first ASL. So I wanted to talk about it earlier this week, but I really wanted to gather the information since I couldn't be on social media. I was like, I'm gonna hold off on reporting the news until I get the opportunity to do some more research. So tonight, after I get home, I'm gonna gather the materials for the interview that Togashi did, and then I'll try to record a video for it this weekend because I want to talk about it, man. That junk hit. All right, reading Togashi talking about a potential ending for the series and him wanting to have an ending out there before he potentially dies. I mean, it hit home. So I really want to record that video. So Hunter x Hunter fans, we'll definitely get to that. We'll definitely get to that. Coach is a horrible idea, but what if Saturn is the father of Bonnie? I don't think it's a horrible idea at all. As a matter of fact, I think it's actually looking plausible. Obviously, it's like the major piece right now that we're waiting to hear is who exactly the father is. But said H, I don't think it's a horrible idea at all. Yeah, lazy mofos, I got you, man. We'll be in like somewhere. Such a phenomenal chapter. I think 1100 is going to be game changing. I hope, Vitch is so. Next chapter is going to be awesome. I can't wait. See you later, Coach. Have a great Thanksgiving. You as well, Ashen Samurai Jiro, man. Thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful one. I knew you'd stream early since everybody got the day off today before. Besides food workers, you're telling me, man. I was in the food industry for 6 years. Yeah, you know how it is. And honestly, I wasn't even supposed to have the day off, even where I currently work. We just got the day off today. Yeah, super. That I'm well aware of that. That's why I wanted to get the proper information for it because of the four ending thing. I wanted to make sure that's what Togashi was saying there. But Josh Pointer, I'm gonna answer Josh Pointer's message here, and this is already 11:30. I do have to start getting ready because we're gonna be heading out soon. But predictions for Kuma's conclusion if he gets one. I do think he's gonna get his conclusion. Here, potentially at the end of Egghead. And I think his conclusion is going to be like we've talked about earlier on in the afterthoughts or in other videos or even on stream. And that is the idea that Kuma is going to go out after having taken everybody else's pain. After having taken so much pain throughout the course of the entire series, he's going to have an object to center and put that pain back. Whether it be all the pain that he's currently accumulating or the pain that he's going to extract from the others that involved in this battle. Like taking the pain from Luffy or taking the pain from Bonnie and giving that over to Garcia Saturn before he passes on. I honestly do believe Kuma's final hoorah is going to be kind of similar to Whitebeard, where he is going to die for his family there. I don't know if he's going to die standing, but he's going to die basking in the sun, having been freed from not only the pain that has been just taking place in his life from the moment he was born, but also he'll be freed from all these things now that Luffy is going to take care of the situation at hand. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't doubt it if Kuma lives to see Luffy destroy Garcia Saturn, and that is the final thing he sees with his own two eyes, leaving the future in Luffy's hands, leaving the future in Nika's hands. Or if Dragon shows up and he sees Dragon and Luffy take care of business, then he's going to be like, okay, I can leave this in the future of their hands. I can leave the future in their hands. So I definitely do think Kuma's conclusion is coming very soon, especially after the way this flashback is headed. But the way that gets executed is what I'm looking forward to seeing. For sure. Yeah, no, chapter 1111 is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what Oda does with that. Hopefully that'll be a good chapter. Well, every chapter is a good chapter, but... Happy Thanksgiving, Scar, man. I appreciate you. Nothing but love to y'all. Alright, let's read Lazy Mofo's thing, and then we're going to end the stream. Oh, before that, let me read Mizori D. Shiraki said it, and Kuma will reunite with Guinea in the afterlife. Oh, that's gonna hit me so hard. That's gonna hit me so hard, dude. Lazy Mofos comes to membership for 10 months. Peace, y'all. Be safe out there. Be back here for the next installment of the best-selling manga in history. Yo, next week, 1100, we're going to be in the swimwear. Look out for this week's afterthoughts. This is what I'm going to do. This week's afterthoughts, we're going to change things up a little bit. Because this was Connections piece, I want this week's afterthoughts instead to be something where we discuss the future. So I'm going to put up the comments after this video, or after this live goes up. And it is going to be everyone's predictions for chapter 1100. Whatever it may be. Let's go ahead and do that. That feels like a fun thing to look through. See what everybody wants to see for the next chapter. So let me know your thoughts, obviously, for this chapter, but for 1100 as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put up that. As a matter of fact, let me do that right now. Well, before we end the video. I might have to do it on my phone. Dude, we officially start Egghead next week too, man. Or at least Wano's about to end. Hold on, let me post it on here. Whoops, what is this? Okay. Alright, I just created the post for anybody who wants to put their thing for the afterthoughts this week. We're going to be talking about chapter 1100 predictions and 1099. So, until next time, you have an awesome day. Look at this, bro. Dude, this is how bad the camera is messed up. It's moving by itself. Look at how bad it's messed up. It's still moving. This is all Foxy's fault. I thought I saw Foxy in the chapter, and now my camera's moving by itself. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. But ladies and gentlemen, I will see y'all next time. We're gonna hopefully have a Lucy in the anime soon, man. I cannot wait, dude. Episode this week, ladies and gentlemen. I'll make sure to see y'all. Have an awesome day. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back later on in the week for some more videos. But of course, we're going to be back next week for the latest installment in the best-selling manga in history. Also, one more thing. I guess we could talk about this as we get closer to it. But for the last week and a half of the year, I'm not going to be here. So I'm going to be preparing the channel beforehand, right? So I think the last chapter I'm going to react to... Well, we'll see what happens. But if a chapter drops like it normally drops around Christmas time, like Christmas Eve, the 25th, 26th, 27th, I'm going to be out of the state. I'm not going to be here. So I might have to pull a reaction from a hotel or something, which means it might not be live, considering how bad hotel Wi-Fi is. So we'll see what happens. I'm still going to try my hardest to do a reaction, but we'll talk about that as we get closer to that time. But we'll see what happens. But I will see y'all then. Have an awesome day. See y'all next week for 1100, and please give me your 1100 predictions in the post. Just went live. I'm looking forward to rating all of them. And I'll see y'all in the afterthoughts, man. Take care. Episode end of Wano this week. Definitely look forward to that. It's going to be a good time, y'all.